Okay, so the Magic and Phoenix moved on. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the Suns and Warriors first, okay? So if we look, Jalen Green had 36 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 3 blocks. He had an actually amazing game. Devin Booker with 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists. And, they got it done. They are in the playoffs now. But the Warriors, believe it or not, B pods of all fucking people, led the team in points with 23 points. Curry having 17 points. Next highest scorer is DeAnthony Melton with 16. And all around, just kind of a bad performance for the Warriors. I'm just, kind of disappointed. It felt like the Suns just kind of had it put together, you know. And I thought, especially with the addition of Kristaps Porzingis, he would be a bigger threat, but he only had 11 rebounds and 3 turnovers, which, is completely unacceptable for a guy of his caliber, you know. But unfortunately, I did watch more of the Magic Hornets game. I was a little bit busy for this Warriors Suns game, so I know a little bit more on that. And if I just had to sum up this game specifically in one word, I would just say discipline. Discipline and hard work, because it felt like the whole game, like nobody on the Hornets was trying as hard as the Magic were. Like the Magic, it looked like the Magic wanted to win more than Charlotte, and they ended up running away with it. But in the first quarter alone, Charlotte had 16 and Orlando had 38. I think I saw somewhere that afterwards, this was the biggest point differential in a play-in game ever, which is insane, and I mean, they played like it, it didn't look like they were trying as hard as they could have. Like, for example, like when I say discipline, I'm talking about plays like I was watching Con Knipple, he was okay offensively, but there was maybe like a 6-minute stretch where like he was just making bad defensive plays, just fouling players for no reason. I mean, like, yeah, like it's okay to have a bad play here or there, but it just, it looked like he wasn't ready for that kind of spotlight, which, is fine, I guess, but if the team wants to win, everyone kind of has to be working together. And also, when I talk about discipline, I also mean like LaMelo. Like when I watched him play, and it looked like he was settling a lot for his shots, and to me, it didn't look like he was trying to create shots for him or anyone on the Hornets. It just kind of looked like he was almost looking for a highlight play, which is kind of insane to say, but that's how it looked like to me when I was watching. At least in the first half, that's how it looked. I had to miss parts of the second half, but in the first half, it just looked like, he was trying to make these tough shots and like, like try and get the heem move in there, for example, but, it just wasn't working, at least not as good as it should in the regular season. And I think it kind of shows that he hasn't been to the playoffs. And when I think of LaMelo specifically, I think of him as more of a highlight player. I don't see him put the same like heart and drive into like, certain plays and certain moments as much as I would see, a Steph Curry or like a LeBron or like one of a Luka Doncic, one of those like caliber players. It just seemed like, he just wanted to just get a highlight, which is great if you want that for the regular season and you don't need to be a good team. But the Hornets aren't a bad team right now. So it just kind of seems pointless when you keep going for the highlight when you could, play to win, essentially. Okay, so enough about the Hornets. Let's talk about what the Magic did right. So, Banchero, he had himself a game. He had 25 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Franz Wagner, he played really good defense, and he also played pretty good offense with 18 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. But Wendell Carter Jr., his effect on the game to me didn't really show up in the box score. He had 16 points. He shot 6 out of 7, 2 for 2 on 3-point shots, and 6 rebounds, 1 assist. But to me, in the first half, especially, like it looked like he was trying to get every offensive board, every putback dunk, every trying to scoop up as many opportunities as they could, and it just felt like they were building this momentum, especially with him. And it just kept building and building until they just kind of destroyed the Hornets. But anyways, Desmond Bain, he was pretty bad. He has 13 points, 4 14, 0 from 3, 7 rebounds, and not even 1 assist. But yeah, like that's pretty much all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like. If you disliked it, leave a dislike. If you'd like, please subscribe. It does help me out a lot. And let me know your thoughts about these games and your thoughts on this year's play-in tournament in general. I mean, honestly, I really liked it. But thank you guys and have a good one.